Today we're going to be talking about documents in addition to the will. There's a couple of things that we like to do when we do a full will package that helps make the end of your life a lot easier on your family. So Leslie, can you tell us what you recommend when someone comes in and gets a will? What are some of the things that you recommend they do at the same time?
So when someone comes in for a will, I offer what I call just a will package. And that is, of course, the will. The second thing is a statutory durable power of attorney. What does that mean? That is where you name someone who can act in your place to do things that you could do if you are unable to do them, such as sign your name on your checking account. That person can sign a deed to sell a house. They can make gifts to people of your property. They can deal with the Social Security Administration. They can deal with the IRS. They can deal with your insurance company and Medicaid. So they can help you do things that you cannot do. And particularly when I have a senior person come in that is asking about a will and these other documents, I always put in the powers of attorney that only comes into effect if the person is incapacitated, meaning they are physically unable to express their wishes, or they may be mentally unable or incompetent to carry out those tasks. But it's very important that seniors be able to keep control of their life and their assets and the disposition of their property for as long as they are able to do so. The third document is a medical power of attorney. And again, I draft those so that it is only comes into effect if you are unable to consent to what is going to be done to your body. And let's say you've been in a car accident and you're unconscious and the ER staff wants to do a certain thing. They have to get consent from someone in your family or someone who you have designated as having the medical power of attorney. And so I always recommend that you execute that document and you decide who is the person who's going to make those decisions for you. The last document is called Directive to Physicians, and I refer to that, probably not in the nicest terms, but as the pull the plug document. And I can tell you from personal experience, having to make that decision is gut-wrenching. And it can tear a family apart as to whether to keep the person on life support or to let them die peacefully. But it's your decision. It's your decision. And if you make that decision and you give that document to your doctor, to the hospital, then that relieves your family of the burden of having to make that horrible choice for you. They will know that this is what you have decided. This is your wish and what you want. And it relieves so much guilt and so much anxiety off of the people who you've left behind. So I strongly recommend that you do execute the directive. And I'm not saying that you always have to say, pull the plug. No, it may be that you want to be kept on life support. You want to wait until everything plays out to decide whether life support is terminated. But again, that relieves your families, your loved ones, of having to make that decision because you have already made it. And probably by that time, you're not going to be in any condition to decide yes or no. So ahead of time, you make that decision, and trust me, it relieves so much guilt and so much burden off of your family members.
And if you have any other questions about what we've talked about today, don't hesitate to reach out at the number at the bottom of the screen or message us on Facebook, nights or weekends, anytime.